They thought it was an accident, a young woman gone too soon, her story closed and buried, until her diary was found. Inside were her final thoughts, her fears, and the truth about what really happened that night. But the strangest part? The last entry in her diary was written after the night she was supposed to have died. Movie camera, title card. Her diary revealed what really happened that night. In 2018, 24-year-old Emily Carter was found dead at the edge of Clearwater Lake, a quiet town tucked away in northern Oregon. Her car was half submerged, engines still running, headlights dim beneath the fog. Authorities ruled it a tragic accident. They believe she had lost control on a wet road, her car skidding off the bridge. Case closed, but her family wasn't convinced. Emily was cautious, afraid of driving at night, terrified of deep water. And then there were the bruises on her wrists, the cracked phone screen, and her missing purse. Something didn't fit. 2 months later, Emily's younger sister was packing up her apartment when she found it. A small, blue leather diary hidden beneath the floorboard of her closet. The first pages were ordinary, notes about work, dreams, and daily life. But as the dates drew closer to her death, the tone shifted. Emily wrote about being followed, about strange calls with no one on the line. She mentioned a man she'd recently met, someone who seemed too interested in her. The final entry before her death read, "If anything happens to me, it won't be an accident. He said he'd find me even if I ran." That was dated April 12th, the same night she died. But investigators froze when they turned the page, because there was one more entry dated April 13th, the day after her death. Movie camera, music darkens, deep echoing tone. The handwriting was shaky, uneven, but unmistakably hers. It read, "He's here. I can hear him outside the window. I shouldn't have come back." Police confirmed the diary's authenticity. The ink used on the final page hadn't even existed before April 13th, meaning it was written after she was already declared dead. How could that be? Clapperboard, suspense rises, ticking clock sound. Detectives reopened the case. When they examined the area around the crash site, they found something the original team had missed: footprints leading away from the water, not toward it. A mile into the woods, they discovered a second crash site. Another vehicle, burned. Inside, traces of gasoline and blood matching Emily's DNA. The new theory? Emily had survived the crash. She escaped, but someone followed her and finished what they started. The diary's final entry was likely written as she hid, injured and terrified, before her killer found her. Movie camera, soft silence. Wind sound fades in. The man Emily mentioned in her earlier entries, a local contractor she'd briefly dated, was later arrested. He confessed to stalking her and forcing her off the bridge that night. Her diary became the single most important piece of evidence in the trial, a voice from beyond the grave that told investigators the truth no one else could. Emily Carter's story reminds us that sometimes the dead do speak, not in whispers, but in words left behind. A diary that began as a record of dreams ended as a record of fear, and the final clue that brought a murderer to justice. If you found this story chilling, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real-life mysteries and true crime stories every week. Because sometimes the truth isn't buried, it's written down, waiting to be found.